This time, let's not leave you waiting too long. Let's go ahead and get this started. I just realized how quiet that was for y'all. Doesn't even matter. Let's go. What is up? Let's go ahead and jump into the game. Hit you with this display capture right quick. I'm currently installing another mod. I'm installing the Witty mod. So, depending on how long I play, when that gets fired, you know, I don't think I'm actually going to be able to play that today. We'll run that in the background. Because I don't plan to... I mostly just don't want to, like, stream the process of setting that up. So let's go ahead and get... What I want to do... What I want to do is beat Tank Man on hard. So that's what we're gonna be trying to do today first. Wow, Chrome is already turning way down. That's actually, well, hold on. Let's hit the options real quick. Turn this game down a little bit. It's just a little loud, you know. Well, that doesn't help. Doesn't help anybody. Yo, what is up? What it do? Yeah, we're gonna go for Tank Man on hard. Listen to what I say, yo. Talk to me. I have a light bulb here, by the way.
Well, what do we got here?
Beep.
Should just kill you, but what the hell? It's been a boring day. Let's see what you got.
Well, I'm such a Newgrounds kid. Okay. I press my keys so hard when I play this game. Okay. I'm surviving, that's the important thing. Ugh. Just a Red Hot Chili Peppers preference. Reference? I'm stupid. We just first tried on hard, so that's cool.
Pretty tight bars for a little dude who's sipping over and
Alex, head over to the Twitch. I need to get my Twitch numbers up so I can hit affiliate.
Three, two, one, go.
Wow. That wasn't even hard. I'm just dumb. Please. I remember the song being very long too. I was wondering what it would actually take for me to fail that one.
You're not some internet streamer screaming like a sociopath right now.
No, not screaming, not yet. The hook gon' be what it is, the hands off. The retribution for what you took from the man. Got blood on the rust, God bless the red earth, the dead man. Walks the tongue bridge, a bridge, the time space, the boot, the concrete, the project done, they juke it. Made you look, you can't see it. The mobs built the walls or streets and bleed sweet syrup, the bees love it. They're coming on the swarm and they're raining on the college ass disco. Get your collar turned up and your freshest attire. Get your bitch womb ready, cause this baby gon' be fire. It's not a dream, it's a memory. Memory glands heavy in the sky blacked out. Already stop screaming. The flames ain't shit to a demon. Say the name. What's up, Alfred? How you doing? You haven't played week 7? Get on Newgrounds, bruh. We all know this website. For a second, I was looking at it wrong. I thought you were a mod. I was like, when did that happen? Okay. Bars, I know, right? Shit.
Maybe if you had more friends, you'd be less depressed and play better.
Alright, Tech Man. I don't need more friends. Now let's see. Deltron harsh Avenger. Let's start the adventure. Hit you with nerf gas, absurd blast, and crash a spacecraft. I'm bio-enhanced. Pyro advanced theories, monstrous evolution headed to finale, scoot the trail, super sleuth, the new race, mad creator, savage nature, world wide web, the ebb and flow, light years from watchful eyes while my thoughts provide objectives. That's the last lyric I know. What's up, Soda? Ugh. I'm not even on that song anymore. This is what happens to me all the time. I can't explain.
Why am I wasting my time against some baggy pants punk?
I did decently the first time. I got pretty far. What happened?
3, 2, 1, go.
It is hot as hell in this funky ass hot ass room I'm in. There's no excuse. I don't know why I did so poorly. Every time I see up, whoops, every time I see down, I press up. I feel like week 4 is actually harder than this week. I'm just bad at the game. The insults, yeah. They cut pretty deep. I'm not gonna lie to you. Be so garbage at this game. Don't worry, bro. I am. Do not be afraid to put yourself out there. Watching people fail can sometimes be fun, depending on if they ever improve. Okay. I just need to calm down. Oh shit! I thought I had time to adjust my headphones. Maybe if you had more friends, you'd be less depressed to play better. That's what you sound like, Take Man.
3, 2, 1, go.
So to tell Betty to share some shit. I'm giving up on that one. Can you clip that? I bully her with my clips all the time. It's only fair. Shit. If I could just survive, that's all I really care about doing. About that.
My dead grandmother has more nipple fingers. Come on.
We're gonna kick it back to the. Hey! Stop! Stop! I'm not trying to. I can't get it to. Nice. I can't get it to fucking. We'll just refresh the page for now because I'm trying to. I want to show. Shit. I want to show y'all the tricky mod. I don't know why this always happens to me. Does it make a difference? It will. Shit is so loud. I'm so sorry. I have no clue why this game starts out so loud. Does that fill up the screen good enough for y'all? I have a habit of when I stream this game of just switching from one thing that I can't do to another thing that I can't do. But I can do. Okay, but I can do improbable outset, but I struggle with madness. Somewhere in Nevada. I actually haven't been playing this game, this mod properly, so this is my first time actually seeing this cutscene. I don't know. Well, that's where Madness Combat takes place eventually. It gets to be like an Area 51 type thing. Bop 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 bop. Bop 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 bop. Bop 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 Shit. He's having a spaz attack every time he just every time he speaks, he just convulses in a different way. I did decently on that, you know?
3, 2, 1, go.
Now this is where I'm gonna have a lot of problems. But I really do want to beat this. I want to move past this. No eyes. Nobody in Madness Combat has eyes. You ugly as fuck. No eyes looking ass. I read it already, but for some reason, saying it out loud got me. No eyes having looking ass motherfucker. Oh shit. I can do this. I beat MILF on hard. I can do Madness on normal. Yeah, they just have a stroke on stage, which is pretty relatable. When you're singing something with confidence and you fuck up the lyrics, you might as well just stop existing right then and there from that very moment. This is gonna be the one, folks. This is hard. Yo, what up, Rex? Hello. How you doing? I'm just trying to get to the do 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 part. I like that part. Wait, that's from the last one. I'm trying to get to the you know what I'm talking about in this mod. YouTubers review. Fuck. What's up?
3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah. This sounds pretty good. This is normal. That's what's crazy about this. I think Stress might be good enough to be the best song in the game so far. I don't think any song is better. How do you download Friday Night Funkin'?
3, 2, 1, go.
There should be a download link on Game Banana. I'm gonna find it and stick it in the chat for you guys real quick. Boom, 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 boom. The mod that I'm playing currently, though, is a separate download. It's tied with roses. You like roses more than MILF? I don't want the Chrome version. I want the download. Is the download on here? I also really like Winter Horrorland. Yeah. The song, yeah, it says map now. You know what? I respect that. Alright. So now, hey, who disliked the stream? Now you can download it for yourself if you do not have it currently. Are most of my viewers on Twitch right now? That would be pretty pog, not gonna lie to you. No problem, Rex. I did that in the wrong order. I thought I was actually doing okay. Damn. This mod's really unforgiving too. Like that's the biggest thing about it is that like if you start making mistakes, whoops. You want to win too bad. My fingers just stopped moving. Couldn't tell you why it happened, but my fingers just stopped moving.
3, 2, 1, go.
I'm embarrassed. I'm legitimately embarrassed about that. That was terrible. Chad, do y'all believe in me? Can I do this? Can I actually beat this song? I've never gotten past this song before. I've only gotten to it. And I haven't even made it to the girl part of the song. Because this song's like 3 minutes. Thanks, Soda. That was not going to be the run. I want to say something about the the emote that you just put in chat, Soda. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that's like a Pog emote, right? Let me take a look. Yeah, Pog Champ, but it's a snake, right? But it looks like it's yawning. And in the first Resident Evil game, there's a snake named Yawn. So every time I look at the snake Pog Champ, I'm like, that's Yawn. Anyway, Perosia in chat knows what I'm talking about. Tell Soda about Yawn. That was so real. I can beat this fucking song. I'm not feeling good about this one. I really want to try this on easy. But I don't want to be shamed. Look at how hard he's bugging, bro. So did you clip me having another stroke? Who's texting me? notifications. It's been mashed up by my headset. Let's do double ears. I don't usually do double ears, but let's do it. I get the feeling I'm not gonna like. I don't like this. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. But the way that my eyes just saw what happened, I successfully hit 3 notes in a row and then just died. I know that hitting them accurately plays a part, but I shouldn't be able to die if I'm actually still hitting them. I'm sure there'll be another stroke, don't worry about it, Soda. I literally got sabotaged. Host me, Betty, you coward. I don't know why that happened, honestly. Also, your name is the exact type of energy I try to exude 24/7. Bruh, she can still host me. I want to see something. It literally says you're hosting me. Am I on your auto host list?
3, 2.
I want to see, because I've never seen anybody play it on easy. No. Look, ma'am, I don't have access to your information like that. I don't really know who's on your host list. I'm sorry. I like how I got away from the mic and kept being quiet. I want to see. I want to see. I really just want to see. I want to see if it's actually doable on easy. Because something tells me that the difficulty isn't going to be that different. Not for a map like this. Oh, wow. I still can't do it. We're gonna do improbable outset on hard. There's something about madness that I can't do. This is Tricky the Clown. He's a demon. He started out as a regular clown, but then he died. I'm sorry. That's terrible. That's a good question. All right. What's up, Isai? Ooh.
3, 2, 1, go.
Now this is a song that this is the don't cut that. Bro, you good? My entire clips tab is gonna be just me, me not knowing how to speak. I took 4 years of advanced English, and this is what I have to show for it. Soda. Soda! Well, you weren't here earlier. I can't explain. So what we have is a second case of me hitting the notes and then dying. I'll admit that when I died, I had missed that note, but I had hit the last couple ones right before that. It's like, imagine throwing like 3 complete passes in a row, and then you get an incomplete pass and you lose yards somehow. You just lose yards. Not only that, you give up a safety.
3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, he does. He be schmovin'. I ain't even got shit to say. Jeez, I'm so sorry. I'm
3,
ruining
2,
everything.
1, go.
I'm a terrible streamer. It do be logical. Bop, 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 bop. I'm just in pain, you know? This is one of those situations where it's like, why live, you know? We lashing out at you. You think you bout it, we bout it too. Only difference is my cloud is too massively active when actors give knowledge to anybody we close to. I'll approach you with a boop bop that'll soak you. So true, already be so much we go through. Now we gotta rid you in the mo. Zoo, this is tribal, stick his rival in the mouth with a right blow. That's all I know. I'm just not pleased with myself today. Let's play DBZ. It might. But for some reason I have trouble getting that game to work on stream now. I do need to practice. I do have a tournament coming up. Who's trying to contact me? Somebody just told me to get on a PlayStation party. Why does my phone keep vibrating? Why do people suddenly want to talk to me when I'm busy and never when I'm idle? Like, I literally... Whatever. I was invited to watch a live stream on TikTok. I'm going to... You see the power off button right here? I'll just go ahead and... Alright. That'll help me out a lot. Hello, boy. I don't know if I liked reading that. Boy. I don't know what that sentence means. Thank you. It's one of the advantages of being a black man with a deep voice. Why don't crabs give to charity? Because they are selfish, boy. I'm terrified of elevators. I'll be taking steps to avoid them. Zeus, my father. You know what? That's what this stream can be. Just give me something to say and I'll say this Kratos. I have a video where I was doing a Thanos impression, and it was like an ASMR, like I was ordering a pizza. My life is ruined, thanks. What do you call a blind deer? No idea. What do you call a fish with no eyes? A fish. Well, that's just accurate to Kratos. What do you call an alligator that wants to be a detective? An investigator. Why am I? Why does it take me so long to get out of that voice? Let's see. How much does a pirate pay for a piercing? About a buccaneer. What do you What do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef. What's the most overrated game of 2018? God of War. Oh, I said that. What's the most overrated game on the PS4? The Last of Us Part 2. What's the most overrated game on the Xbox One? They're all bad and none of them were ever made out to be good, but if I had to choose one, I would say Quantum Break. Boy, let me ask you a question. It's all Xbox has, and you can play it on PC anyway. Boy. What is that name? You are a god. You do not think it important to tell me. If I require your counsel head, I will ask for it. FIFA 2059. What does he say? I don't want to scream, but he's like, the boy has fallen ill. Then I must return home, dig up a past I thought long buried. Why did they put a gate on Helheim? Because people were dying to get in. I have other impressions that I do. I've been told I do. I'm not impressed by anyone's Jiren or Endeavor voice that is not mine. Needless to say, I am the perfect Patrick Sykes impersonator. Your Homon training avails you nothing. I am Iragamagori. I'm also in Mob Psycho 100, but I cannot remember my character's name. I'm Frankie from One Piece. I'm Scorpion in Mortal Kombat's 9 and 10. I know, but I am your monster no longer. You dare give orders to a god. I accidentally left my Zamasu voice out of my Dragon Ball impressions video, and I didn't record another one for my villain impressions video. I might actually re-record the villain impressions video, because the one that I recorded that I could still edit and release is... Hello. Do not mistake my silence for a lack of grief. Mourn her how you will, but leave me to my own. I remember that scene. There were some really powerful scenes in that game, but not enough. They did the old Last of Us tech and skipped over a lot of what would have been good character development. It's not better than Christopher Judge. You do not want this fight. That's what I would say to Christopher Judge if I ever saw him. I'd just walk up to him as Kratos, just be like, you do not want this fight. But he would beat my ass. Have you seen how large that man is? He would fold me up like origami. See, okay, here's my problem with Atreus' character development, right? So, you have... Hey, yo, thanks for the follow, the real Jello boy. You have this... Yeah, you have this steady decline in Atreus' trust in Kratos. You have the part where you went to Alfheim and got stuck in the light for a super long time, and Atreus got mad at you because you left him to defend himself for hours and hours and hours. You see in the Alfheim light that Atreus is like, Father hates me because I'm not who he wanted me to be. And the whole thing is like, you steadily, your relationship with Atreus is getting worse and worse up until the part where you get jumped by Magni and Modi. Is it just Magni at that point? Magni shows up to attack you, and then Atreus like activates his Spartan rage, right? And I already didn't understand the whole, oh, if you don't tell him he's a god, he'll get sick. That was stupid. But you go to Helheim, you get the heart, you fix him, and then Kratos is like, I am a god, boy. he's like, I don't remember what all he said, but he's like, I was born a god, and so were you. And so immediately after that, right, Atreus starts getting way too big for his boots, which is understandable. You tell an 11-year-old boy he's a god, he's going to get a little arrogant. And then that arrogance leads to him actually rebelling against you, both in the gameplay. Yeah, in the gameplay and in the actual story. And you end up back in Helheim because he decided to be a little shit. Kratos gives Atreus a stern talking to. He's like, stop being a little bitch-ass boy and we'll go back to Midgard and I'll make you a grilled cheese. And then suddenly, Atreus is the best son a god could ask for. No more arguments between the two of them for the rest of the game. You start working together in the final fight against Baldur seamlessly. And I'm just like, where did this come from? Because I tell you this. I grew up with a black father. When he got mad at me and talked to me, the way that Kratos talked to Atreus, I did not just become, yes sir, how do we beat up some Norse ass today? I sat in the corner and didn't talk for the rest of the night. It was just, it was so sudden. I'm just like the game was already like 20 plus hours, right? They could have spent a little bit more time on the actual patching of their relationship. But it skipped to a finished product, and I didn't like that. I forgot I turned my phone off. I'm gonna check my notifications. I don't have any right now. Boy. Well, I found the volume keys.
3, 2, 1, go.
Boy. I'm trying so hard. Alright, well. What other impressions do I do? I've been told I have a pretty good cell. Jay stopped acting like a dickhead when he was back in Helheim because he realized how big of a fuck up he just made, but I do wish he kind of progressed into it. Yeah. Like, that's the thing, right? Like, he was shown his mistakes and the gravity of them. But self-reflection and fixing something about yourself does not happen over the course of one cutscene. Especially when you're a kid. That shit sticks with you for a while. Like, I would have liked it if by the end of the game their relationship still wasn't fixed. That way we have something else to look forward to in the second game, rather than just the Thor fight that we were teased of the entire game and blue-balled with a post-credit scene. Like, make no mistake, I'm gonna play God of War Ragnarok, but, like, I'm just not super Aang impression. Fire Lord Ozai! Sugar Mama, you're my forever girl. Is that? It's a no-go. Hold on. I'm taking away your bending for good. See, the thing is, Aang was a child. Like, the voice actor for Aang was a child. Like, I'm already off on it. Ooh, uh, she's crazy and she needs to go down. I think I do a pretty decent Iroh. Even if I could defeat Ozai, and I don't know that I could, history would just see it as more. I don't actually remember the lines. Like something about family violence. I love Iroh. It's a long, long way to Ba Sing Se, but the girls in the city, they look so pretty. I wish I could do Zuko, but I can't say anything more than Uncle, because Dante Bosco's voice is so unique to Dante Bosco. Well, because I'm a lot better at impressions than I am at this game. I'm so bad at this game, dude. Did you call me here? Did you rub my lamp? Why are there so many songs about rainbows? And actually, one of my friends has a really good Kermit impression. Actually, let me call him up and see if I can get him to do it. It's gonna be a while before my phone turns back on all the way, but we'll get there when we get there. In the meantime, Temper, I would never dream of challenging you. Why are there so many songs about rainbows? Wait. Why are there so many? I don't rock with vaping, but I love what vaping does to someone's voice. Oh. It's so good. I love listening to people vape and then try to speak. Hold on, let me call this dude. Where the hell is he? There he is. He's the third most recent person I talked to. Hey yo, I'm streaming. I need you to do your Kermit voice.
Huh?
Do your Kermit voice so the people on the internet can hear you.
Why?
I told them you do a good Kermit. Don't don't do me like this.
Alright. What do you want me to say?
I don't know.
Someday we'll find it. The rainbow connection. There.
No, say, my very being towers above all things, the whole universe.
Wait, my very being towers above all things? The whole universe?
Yes. I don't know if that's a Zamasu line or a Goku Black line, but it doesn't matter.
Wait, my very being?
Yeah.
Okay. My very being towers above all. All things. The entire universe.
I hit him with the, it's like my Uncle Kegi once said, with great power comes...
My Uncle Kegi once said, with great power comes great big booty bitches.
And I appreciate it, bro. I'm alright with you.
Alright, man, hit me up whenever.
Oh, shit. His Kermit voice has been one of my favorite things since I was like, how old was I? I met him when I was like 15. I just breathed all up on my microphone. I'm so sorry. I just turned my phone on and I already have 7 notifications. I don't like this. I don't like this. It's gonna be my most clip heavy stream ever. Even after this, nothing will surpass this. Who else do I do? I'm Squidward, I'm Squidward, I'm Squidward, Squidward, Squidward. What's up, S2 underscore POC LOL 2034? 3 strokes on a curve at camp. I'm abandoning that sentence already. I'm not giving you ammunition this time. I'm taking control of my own destiny. I just bit my tongue. Stop. Stop. I promise I don't stroke this hard in person. That was an unfortunate sentence that I just released onto the internet. That's a clip. I can already feel it. Puta Diavolo, yeah. Oh man, I'm not even gonna repeat what I said too. If you missed it, that's fantastic. That was terrible. Should I switch over to working on a song now, or should I play this a little bit more? What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. In all my years of conquest, and violence, and slaughter, it was never personal. But I tell you now that what I'm about to do to your stubborn, annoying little planet, I'm going to enjoy it very, very much. What else did he say in that movie? You could shit. You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me. I thought that by eliminating half of life, the other half would thrive. But you've shown me that's impossible. That as long as there are those who remember what was, there will always be those who are unable to accept what can be. They will resist. I'm thankful. Because now, I know what I must do. I will shred this universe down to its last atom. And then, using the stones you've collected for me, I will build a new one. Teeming with life that knows not what it has lost, but only what it has been given. A grateful universe. They'll never know it, because you won't be alive to tell them. I went and saw that movie 6 times in theaters. Are there any other voices I can do? Well, yeah, there's plenty. I'm glad you know that. Oh, man. I don't even know how many times I've seen it since then, but I went and saw it 6 times. I know that much. We will eat both of your arms and then both of your legs, and then we'll eat your face right off your head. You will be this armless, legless, faceless thing, will you? Won't you? Feel me. What does he say? Rolling down the street like a turd in the wind. I don't actually remember how that goes. You say either. I say either. Never forget, I am the fastest man alive. That's from a terrible TV show. Don't worry about that. Yeah, that was Zoom. Oh, I'm not like the Flash at all. Some would say I'm the reverse. Got the reverse Flash. Savitar is like, Savitar, the god of speed. You may wield the Speed Force, Flash, but I control it. Something like that. I don't actually remember. I was a junior in high school when that season aired. I do not actually remember how it sounded. Um. Really? I watched the first 5 seasons all the way through, and then the first episode of season 6, I abandoned it. If you know what I'm talking, if you've seen the whole show, then you know what I'm talking about. Do you remember when Barry ran into a black hole and came out with a man's consciousness? I never even finished that episode. I paused, and I have not watched a lick of the show since then, outside of the I don't actually know if I watched the Flash episode of Crisis on Infinite Earths. I watched the first 2 episodes of Crisis, and I thought it was terrible, so I stopped watching. Mostly season 6 ends. Yeah, I heard that they took the last couple episodes that were supposed to be from season 6 and stuck them onto season 7, but I don't know if that's true. I also heard that Carlos Valdez, Tom Cavanaugh, and Daniel Panabaker are supposed to be leaving after season 7. So if they think that they'll still have a show without Wells, Cisco, or Caitlin, then they're sorely mistaken. Because nobody likes Iris. Barry is... We feel how we feel about Barry. I saw a picture that means that shows that Bart is supposed to show up at some point, which is pretty cool. And Nora is supposed to be coming back, so that's pretty nice. I actually really liked Nora. I feel like Nora was what Wally should have and could have been, but just wasn't. Which is also interesting, right? Because Nora is a made-up character for the show, obviously, but she's Iris and Barry's daughter. And in the comics, Bart is... Yeah, they destroyed Wally. Having him be on the show for so long before he got his powers was totally fine by me. But I don't know if it was Kanan Lonsdale's contract that they had to be in every single episode. But Wally's role in a lot of those episodes was so minimal that he might as well have not been in it at all. But in the comics, Bart Allen is Barry's grandson from the future. It goes Barry, Iris, Dawn, and Dawn Allen, the Tornado Twins, and then one of them has a kid named Bartholomew II. I can't actually remember which one it is, but that kid is Impulse and comes back from the future. Kid Flash. Yeah, and that's another thing, right? He got his powers, and they just could not figure out how to balance having 2 good speedsters on the same team at the same time. It was all like, oh, we can't train Wally to... Oh, we have to train Wally because he's got to be the one to stop Savitar and save Iris. And he didn't do it. In fact, he got trapped in the Speed Force. Speaking of being trapped in the Speed Force, I don't know why every stream turns into this. So there's a prison in the Speed Force that Barry created in the future. Yeah, there's a Speed Force prison that Barry created in the future, but because time is nonlinear in the Speed Force, once it is created, it enters a state of having always existed. So even before it is created, it has to be inhabited so that there's not an imbalance in the Speed Force that causes an apocalypse on Earth somehow. Sure. And Savitar has been in that prison since Barry created it. So ever since the beginning of time, Savitar has been in that prison. Totally fine. Whatever. I don't care. But... he escapes, puts Wally in it in his place. Jay goes in to get Wally out. Jay comes out. Barry goes in to prevent an apocalypse. Barry comes out. They put in an orb with Barry's DNA so that they can trick the Speed Force into thinking he's still in there. The orb comes out, and everything's fine. The Speed Force just forgets that there's nobody in the Speed Force prison. And as far as I've seen, which is a season and a half after that... there's no ramifications whatsoever. And don't even get me started on time remnants. Holy shit, time remnants? You know how much time I wasted in my teenage years trying to rationalize what a time remnant was? And then the Reverse Flash still existed. Whatever. No, you know what? We're going to spend some time on the Reverse Flash, okay? Alright, so 15 years before season 1 takes place. So, what, 1999? What's his name? Eobard Thawne and Barry Allen go back in time. They go back in time, and all the stuff that sets up the timeline happens. And Theobard, holy shit! I read Flash comics. Eobard gets stuck in the past and decides to take Harrison Wells' face and body so that he can accelerate the completion of the particle accelerator, so that he can give Barry his powers early, so that he can steal that speed and utilize it to go back home earlier than anticipated. Right? That's his plan. He dies with Eobard's DNA, not Eobard's DNA, with Wells' DNA because in the present his ancestor Eddie kills himself, which completely eliminates the Thawne timeline. What the hell is happening? The Thawne bloodline, preventing Eobard from being born. But since Eobard's actions are so deeply ingrained into the current state of the world, the universe decides to correct this time aberration by just erasing the Earth. Ronnie sacrifices himself, undoes that black hole, and now we're in the post-Eobard Thawne timeline, right? He appears in the second season because that version of Eobard is from a time before he went back in time and killed Barry's mom, trapping himself in the past and starting the events of season 1. So that makes him the remnant of a timeline that no longer exists because he is from a point in that timeline before that timeline got undone. Okay. Alright. That makes no sense, but I'm rocking with it. He stays in the past because Barry sticks him in a jail cell and then Cisco starts dying. I still don't really understand what's up with that. But it's a stupid excuse to... Right. Yeah, season 2 Wells, Harry is from Earth 2. But the thing that's very important about Wells that we'll get to soon, Wells from Earth 1, the original Harrison Wells that eventually creates the particle accelerator, does not exist. He is gone. He got killed in 1999. He's history. So they send him back to the present so that he can go on to, cause everything that happens in season 1. And at the end of season 2, Barry decides to save his mom, so he goes back, stops the Reverse Flash, causes Flashpoint, and in the present, traps the Reverse Flash in a glass box, which prevents him from feeling the effects of there being a new timeline for some reason. So he has to make a deal with Thawne, go back in time, kill my mom, set the timeline straight. Okay, they are already stretching Eobard Thawne's relevance and ability to be present in the story when he died in the first season. Not even just died. He didn't just die. He got erased from existence. He's gone. He's never going to be born. But because this is still technically an Eobard Thawne that is from before this point in time, it's totally fine. However, the timeline in season 1 was kickstarted when Eobard Thawne killed Nora Allen. He prevented Barry Allen from getting his powers the regular way in that timeline, and as a result, there was no Flash, no Speed Force, no negative Speed Force, no Reverse Flash. So how come when in killing Nora in this season, in season 3, he didn't get trapped in the past, causing all of the events from season 1 to happen? No sort of explanation on that whatsoever. Then you skip a whole season because he has no involvement in season 3 beyond that. Season 4, I believe, with the Crisis on Earth X. And this is stuff I've been thinking about for years. Crisis on Earth X. You have the, I don't want to say this word on stream, the SS from the regime from Earth 53, which is Earth X. And for some reason, in the animated version of those events, there is a Barry Allen on that Earth who is evil and is with that team. But instead of doing that, because they just did Evil Barry last season, they stuck, the German soldiers, they stuck Eobard with Harrison Wells' face on that team. And I know I'm skipping his involvement with Legends of Tomorrow. I didn't watch Legends of Tomorrow. All I know is he made a bunch of time remnants and got caught by the Black Flash, because he's an idiot. I don't even want to talk about the Black Flash. we're okay. Anyway, so he's got Harrison Wells' face, right? And so my question is, why and how? Because it can't be Harrison Wells from our main timeline, from Earth 1, because that Harrison Wells died in 1999. And if he were to go back before that happened to steal his face, he wouldn't be alive for our regular Eobard from Season 1's timeline to have stolen his face, because he would be, a little bit dead. Also, it's very convenient that he brought a device with him back in time that lets him swap bodies with somebody, or just, I guess, absorb their body. I don't even understand why he brought that with him, but he did. So, this Wells that is post-Season 3, my own case of dead, this Wells that is post-Season 3 could not have gone back and gotten Wells's body from before that, so he would have had to get that Wells from a different Earth. Here's my question to you, though. How does he know that any version of himself took Harrison Wells' face? Because if we're being realistic about this, the list of people that know about that: Joe West, Iris West, Barry Allen, Caitlin Snow, Cisco Ramon. That's it. That is it. Eobard would have had to interrogate one of them to get that information out. But no. No. Because, the information that Eobard stole Harrison's face never became public, and you know that because in Season 2, people were still blaming Harrison Wells for the death of Nora Allen, to the point where Patty Spivot shot and tried to kill Harry when she saw him with what she thought was a weapon, but was actually a Velocity 6 administering device. How do I have all these details in my head when I haven't watched this show since 2019? Don't ask me no questions. Was it 2019? Wasn't it late 2018? No, that was Season 5. So yeah, 2019, I dropped the show. Anyway, it got to Velocity 9 eventually, but they were still testing Velocity 6. Because Zoom was like, oh, I'm not taking your speed drug again, blah, blah, blah. And then he took it anyway and vibrated and got the bullet out of his chest. We're talking about The Flash, yeah. How do I still have all these details in my head? I don't watch this show. So for some reason, Barry Allen spares Eobard at this point in the story and lets him get away. No idea why. No idea why. And he says, I wonder what face I'll be wearing next time we meet. They meet again in Season 5, when Nora is taking advice from him in the future. The whole thing, Eobard decides to change the timeline. Eobard decides to change the timeline and allow Nora to interfere with the past so that they can blow up the satellite at a different time, at a different place, which will create a different dagger for a different cicada to use. So that the dagger that they used to catch Eobard in the future, in 2049 or whatever year it was, won't exist anymore. Okay, sure. But once that happens, since you're not in that glass box from Season 3, you won't know that you altered the timeline. You will just appear where you would have been had you not been captured in the first place. Also, they do all of this in the past to create a different dagger and a different cicada. This is what they said. So how come the dagger that is attached to Eobard doesn't disappear immediately when the satellite is destroyed? Why is it still there until the end of the season? Also, Nora goes back in time to talk to Eobard multiple times in that season, but it's all the same night. He's on death row and he's going to be executed in like an hour? And then here's my biggest issue with all of this, right? First of all, I don't know how they caught him in the first place to get Cicada's dagger onto him. I don't know who has Cicada's dagger. I don't know how they defeated Cicada in the original timeline without destroying the dagger in some sort of way. No clue how any of that is supposed to have gone down. Because they make it this big deal that Cicada is just so dangerous in the original timeline. It's like, oh, you'll never recover from Cicada. Is Barry alive in this Cicada 1 timeline? Whatever. We find out that the reason that Eobard will still have his memories and all this stuff and is largely unaffected by... Yeah, but so it's like, it's weird. Why doesn't she go back to a couple days before it's supposed to happen? You're cutting it really close because if somebody is supposed to be executed on a certain night, I feel like they're being heavily watched. I feel like the guards are making that person a priority, especially when that person's a super villain. See you later, Betty. Um, so you find out that the reason that Eobard's life is going to be mostly unchanged is because the negative speed force shields you from changes in the timeline. Okay, totally get it. That's dumb. An hour before his execution? That's so stupid. Why didn't she go back to before he got arrested? Nora's stupid. But it's like, okay, the negative speed force shields you from changes in the timeline. If that's the case, then nothing that Nora is doing in the past should have any effect on you whatsoever. And if the negative speed force protects you from changes in the timeline, how come Eddie shooting himself in the first season had any impact on you whatsoever? Why did you cease to exist? Why did you get erased from the timeline? If you are protected from changes in the timeline by the negative speed force, nothing that ever happened in the past should have had any impact on him whatsoever. And that includes killing Nora Allen and losing his speed. He never should have lost his speed because guess what? He gets his powers from the negative speed force. See, and this is a detail that they completely skipped over. In the comics, Eobard Thawne, I think they talked about this, Eobard Thawne worshipped the Flash. He kissed the ground that he walked on. And one day, he went to the Flash Museum, stole one of his suits, and was able to analyze the energy that was basically in the suit. Yeah. It's basically just making a new timeline. He was able to analyze the energy in the suit and figured out how to reverse engineer the Flash's powers, which is why he's called the Reverse Flash, and he used it to go to the future and found out that he and Barry Allen are doomed to be enemies. So he decided to take the Flash's image and pervert it to its core. That is why he became the Reverse Flash. But in reverse engineering the Flash's powers, he created an alternate speed force called the Negative Speed Force. And that wasn't something that they really started exploring until a couple of years ago when they brought up the other forces like the Slow Force, the Strength Force, the Sage Force. I haven't really been reading The Flash a whole lot lately because I don't really read comics in general lately because DC Comics and Marvel Comics both make me want to vomit on the floor. But yeah, the whole point of the Negative Speed Force is to protect somebody who uses it from changes in the timeline. So how did anything that ever affected Eobard's existence actually come to affect Eobard's existence when he draws his powers from a source where that just isn't a thing? Yeah, and then Nora used the Negative Speed Force, which just made her evil, which is not how the Negative Speed Force works. It makes your powers more difficult to control. That's something that they showed in the comics, but that does not make you evil. Not whatsoever. And then, so they fight again, right? Eobard and Barry. Barry's future has been shown to be fluid. So the idea that he was able to just go to the exact future that Nora is from is already pretty insulting. But they fight again, and while Nora is ceasing to exist, Eobard just walks away. And Barry just lets him. Barry just lets him leave. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, how on earth are you still alive? I have 3 questions as to why you're still alive. And Barry just like, oh man. Anyway. Like, what? It's so dumb. It's so dumb. And that's not even considering what am I thinking about? Everyone's been through so much shit, and he's literally, and he's been killed. I don't know why he's still alive. But none of that is even considering like the weird ramifications of Zoom being able to time travel in season 2, because he had to have been able to time travel because he made time remnants. And then something else that we don't really talk about, Earth 2 breaching over to Earth 1. Earth 2 breaching into Earth 1 is something that only happened because the time portal that Eobard was supposed to use ended up also being a space portal that led to Earth 2. But that becoming a huge black hole created smaller breaches that led to Earth 2. That black hole was only created by Eobard Thawne ceasing to exist, right? So Eobard is technically from a future where nothing after season 1 ever took place. Because he cannot be from a point after he was erased from time, right? So when when Hunter Zolomon's helmet came through the wormhole at the end of season 1, and Eobard looks at it and says, "That's my cue to leave." What the hell is he talking about? How does he know what that helmet is? How has he ever seen it? That helmet is from a timeline that he's never been to. They need me to help write that show, honestly. Because like they hand wave away these huge things like it's no big deal, but it really is. Somehow Eobard has a knowledge on all timelines and all Earths. How? If the multiverse is real in that show, there's a timeline where Eobard doesn't get erased and one where he does, so which one does it go with? Well, that's the thing, right? Because he's from a timeline where he never got erased. And him being erased is what caused Earth 2 to exist in the main timeline. So, unless something completely different happened in his timeline that introduced them to Earth 2, he shouldn't know what Earth 2 is. He shouldn't know who Jay Garrick is, especially because he's from Earth 3. He shouldn't know what that helmet means. And I also don't know how a time portal that was supposed to go forward and back in time also went to other Earths. That feels like something else. That feels like something else. And Hunter Zolomon's dumbass saw a portal open in front of him and said, "I'm going to toss something in there and see if it ever comes back." It didn't. Let's go in there. Like, why did he... I don't even really want to talk too much about Zoom. Zoom is frustrating enough on his own. And so is Savitar. Holy shit. There's so much about the Flash that is so terrible. The writer allowed so many plot holes to get through. Like literally, and it's not to say the DC comics are super airtight. There's never any mistakes, but this, to the point where I could spend 25 minutes talking about how one character has confused me over the last couple of years. And that was one of the main reasons I stopped. They rely so heavily on time travel as a plot device, but they never take the time to cover their asses and make sure that what they're writing and showing to you makes any sense. Because as it is, there's no rules. There's nothing to say Ronnie can't come back. There's nothing to say that the other Firestorm can't come back. Why isn't Zoom back? Zoom got snatched out of the timeline in season 5 by a time wraith. Rocky forgot. He got snatched out of the timeline by a time wraith. What does that mean for the ending of season 2? Was he replaced with a time remnant? Did they just put him back where he belongs to protect the timeline? Because if Zoom gets erased from time at the point that he did, because if you remember the episode in season 5 where they were going through time, I think it was like the 100th episode or something like that, where they were going through time and Nora was seeing some of like Barry's darkest moments. One of those moments was right after Zoom took Barry's speed in season 2. If Zoom is erased from the timeline at that point, really, really bad things happen because Barry never gets his speed back. Like, and also, if Barry never gets his speed back, then in the future he can't create the Speed Force prison. So if the Speed Force prison never gets created, and we're assuming Savitar still comes to be somehow because he protected his own existence, if Savitar still ends up existing, nobody can stop him whatsoever. There's not a person on Earth that can stop Savitar. Because if Barry doesn't cause Flashpoint, Wally never gets his speed. And if they never try to give Barry his speed back by, replicating the particle accelerator explosion, Jessie never gets her powers. Jay never gets freed from his speed, from the prison that Hunter Zolomon put him in Earth 2. There are no speedsters that would be on Earth 1 that would be able to stop Savitar. On the topic of Jay Garrick and Savitar, do you remember In season 3, when Jay looks Barry dead in the face, and yo, thanks for the follow, Goat Soup. I know I'm just ranting about the Flash, but I appreciate you considering me to be worth the follow. It really did. But do you remember when Jay looked Barry dead in his face, looked him square in his shit, and said, "You've gotten fast enough to challenge Savitar"? What the hell does that mean? Barry is Savitar. What is this challenge Savitar bullshit? He made that up. He made that up on the fly. And what are they? Are they trying to? Yeah, Goku Black, hell yeah. Are they trying to say that there is one Speed Force for the entire multiverse? Because if you didn't have a connection to the Speed Force, which included touching the Philosopher's Stone because it was made of Speed Force energy, then you could not see Savitar. Jay Garrick and Barry Allen were both able to see Savitar, which must mean that they have connections to the same Speed Force. So, when the particle accelerator exploded on Earth 1, and Barry got struck by the lightning, and the Speed Force was created, does that mean that it entered a state of having always existed, both on Earth 1 and on all the other Earths? What does that mean? It doesn't make sense since the Speed Force is apart from space and time, so there has to be different Speed Forces for all the different universes. You would think that, but that is not what the show shows you. Because another thing to consider in that is that Jay Garrick, by all rights, should have his powers given to him by a different Speed Force, the one that belongs on Earth 3. But he was able to take Wally West's place in the Earth 1 Speed Force prison, and there were no problems. So, I really don't know. I don't know what it's supposed to mean overall. Also, the Speed Force doesn't like having its rules broken, right? What the hell does that mean? The only person who's ever really been punished for breaking the Speed Force's rules is Eobard Thawne. Hunter Zolomon was killed because he was trying to blow up the multiverse. That has nothing to do with the Speed Force. Also, how was a serial killer so smart that he was able to A, fake the funk as a scientist when surrounded by people with PhDs, B, completely subdue all traces of Speed Force all traces of Speed Force in his body, C, survive Velocity 9 Blue Lightning for so long that he never actually died from it, because if you remember when Trajectory took Velocity 9, she was running and her lightning turned blue and she died immediately. Hunter Zolomon was running around with blue lightning the entire season and never died. I don't understand. But D, he was able to build a magnetar, a device that was able to open a gateway to all of the other Earths in the multiverse and destroy them. He's a serial killer. How smart is he? How smart is he? If he kept taking it, you would think that would accelerate his death. Like, they're trying to say that, like, he's smarter than Barry Allen, which, I mean, Barry Allen's intelligence stopped being impressive after the pilot episode. Because another thing I want to point out, in season 2, when Barry goes to the past and confronts Eobard, I think it was season 2, and the time wraiths start showing up, Eobard's like, "Oh, the time wraiths will come after me. Wait, no, I know what I'm doing. They're going after somebody who doesn't know what they're doing." Is Barry ever supposed to find out what he's doing? Because, like, he keeps making allusions to, like, the Barry Allen from his future, from his timeline, being smart and competent. I would love to see a competent, smart Barry Allen. If you're not super familiar with the Flash comics, look, Soda, leave me alone. Barry Allen is one of the smartest people in the world. And that's not even saying, like, oh, he's in the top 20. He's in the top 3. I would argue that the smartest people on Earth in the DC continuity are Kent, I can't remember his last name, but Dr. Fate, Barry Allen, Bruce Wayne. You could make an argument that Ray Palmer or Ryan Choi could take the third spot, because Bruce Wayne isn't the smartest person in the world, but he's definitely in there. But don't tell the Batman fans that I told you that. He's also not the best fighter in DC Comics. But, like, literally, Barry Allen is supposed to be so smart. And that weird Sherlock shit they were doing with his money makes people smart. That weird like Sherlock shit that they were doing with him like analyzing crime scenes, completely gone. It stopped happening after the halfway through the first episode. I thought that was going to be a cool thing that they did, but I guess not. Batman's extremely overrated. So is the Joker. Is there anything else I want to say about this stupid ass show? Do you remember how the Reverse Flash kept his suit and his ring? He had a Flash ring that kept the suit in it. That's actually from the comics. I was really excited to see that. And they kept the ring. And Cisco asked Eobard, like, how'd you get your suit and your ring? You know what? Never mind. I don't care. And then in the next season, Harry was like, oh, yeah, I'm a complete master of nanotechnology. So why did they allude to Harry being able to make the Flash a suit ring, and it just didn't happen until the 5th season when Nora brought one back in time? You can't tease comic book fans with things that they like and just not do them. The 900th one. It's like, imagine you're watching a Batman show and it's like, oh man, I wish I had some sort of like signal you could shine in the sky to find me. And then a kid like has a flashlight and like a batarang and he's like, oh, I could signal Batman. Never happens. Never happens. And then suddenly in the 5th season, there's just a full-size bat signal. I don't know how I let this happen. Don't worry too much about me. Do not worry too much about me. We're going to... That's really bright. That's really, really bright. We're going to pull up Foundation real quick. Holy shit. Oh, man. Oh, we're good? Okay. But, yeah, that's my thoughts on The Flash. Doesn't even make sense when you think about it. How's he supposed to see a single light in the sky from anywhere in Gotham, the entirety of Gotham? Not only is Gotham a big-ass city, you pretty much always need there to be cloud cover if it's going to work. And there's not going to always be cloud cover anywhere. Except for Skull Island. I am going to make a new song. Whoops. I'm just going to make a club song. Nothing special, just an EDM track, dance track. Because I have been dragging my heels on getting my new music ready, so I want to drop something that will keep people a little bit satisfied as we buy myself some more time.
The war will begin.
Okay. I used that one already. Can I play you guys my favorite song that I made? No, I'm going to, so. Installing Spotify. What the fuck? Oh, I should probably update. Goodness gracious. Get off my screen. Just chatting. Yes, sir. All right. But yeah, when you compound all of those problems, you get to the root of why I stopped watching The Flash. There got to be a point where I just couldn't handle the stupid anymore. DJ Alto. That's me. I'm verified. I have 5 monthly listeners. That's pretty dang neat. I might update my artist picture soon. I want to take a picture with a smoke bomb and like wave it around in front of my face and just like capture the smoke. I have that turned on. I actually don't know why that's like that. Hold on. Let me see if I can advanced. All right. BTTV is now enabled, so try again, I guess. But I want to do it with pink smoke. And I think that if I black and white that photo, it'll come out really nice. I don't understand Streamlabs or OBS in general, honestly. My thumb is twitching. You guys want to listen to some beats I finished up? I haven't put the songs together all the way yet, but there's a couple beats that I finished. Also, I like how Umami Soy Mix is popular. How many songs have I put out? Literally, there's one song from the Insomnia album that is not on here. Here we go, here we go. Hold on. Isn't this shit fire? Anyway, enough tooting my own horn. I haven't really made any changes, so I'm totally fine just loading up a new song. Save. I'll come back to it, I guess. I don't care. Let me open the song. Okay, this is one that I made on stream, actually. I haven't finished writing this song yet, though. I could work on that later. I wanted to get a stream in for today, though, so that was more important to me. I want to drop this album when it's finished on... I want to drop it in November. So I'm trying to give myself enough time. Okay, here's my thing. Across all the lyrics that I've started writing and all the beats that I've started working on, I do not want to start anything new. I want to finish what I have and save anything that I might want to start for something else, because I don't want this to be a double album with 17 tracks on it. I don't care to make that many songs by myself. I don't want to bite off more than I can chew. I might not even release everything that I've made. I really like this beat. I love how it came out. I figured out how to get the audio to switch ears when I was doing this song. We the people who are about to go motherfucking ape shit. Getting tired of the people thinking it's a game shit. Hereby declare that we've had it up to here with it. Bunch of lip service, but the public ain't hearing it. They should knock down half-burnt got rioters. Politicians pulling strings, thinking they're proprietors. China virus this, Santifa that bullshit. Lost the election, had to claim the donkeys pulled it on. The topic of asses, DT, you can kiss mine. Had a lot of racist assholes. One miss one this time. About to get some law and order up in this joint. I'm the top rated president. Yeah, that ain't the point. You got us red, black, and blue. Red, black, and blue. Hey. Anyway. I really like how this beat came out. Look how many projects I have here. Stop. Remember to add a raid siren. I added the raid siren. I might just say some random shit at this part of the song. I actually don't know yet. For what? Why does it start like this? Let me see if I can pull up. I don't remember it sounding like that, but I guess it does. What do I do this? I keep going through this. My feelings are hurt and I already knew this. Can make myself happy. I feel like I'm trapped with this. I feel inside and it's really crappy. Oh, I'm early. I also always rush on the lyrics of this. Yo, what up? Give the people of Brazil what to do from me. Why do I do this? I keep going through this. My feelings are hurt and I already knew this. Can make myself happy. I feel like I'm trapped with this. I hate and cycle and it's really crappy. It never gets better. I'll never forget her. I'll never forget when I thought I'd go get her. Physical curse has never been worse. So this negativity, I'm about to burst. Feeling the sand. I can't take the pain. What would it do for some Novocaine? No, I can't look at me as this gun. Yeah. What I need to do is figure out how to use Audition so that I can actually record my vocals. Anyway, back to this. What do we have in the EDM grouping that I have not already used? See, I also feel like I'm about to outgrow Soundation because I have a premium subscription and this is... Come on. Come on. Show me everything. Anyway, this is pretty much all I have at my disposal. Swallow your soul. She told me don't worry about it. I want to see what this sounds like if I. That sounds like it's good for a rise. Why? Stop. Why is it just acting like they're suddenly. See, this that shit. Anyway. I've used all of these. I just want to. I'm experimenting at the moment. I used that for a bit. I also used that. I just want to see what that sounds like. Because I feel like you'll know what I'm going for soon. You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm going for? What was this? What was that? Shit. Okay. Here's what I need from it, though. I need to... Nani? Hold on. It's brilliant. It's actually brilliant. It's actually brilliant. Don't even question it. Don't even question it. Hold on. Okay, so in theory, right? So you just undo everything that I just did. We'll keep that. We're gonna cut that. We're gonna bring this all the way back here. Because actually, I think if the song just starts, I don't want to do a rise or a build up this time. I just want it to start. Because this is a song that I plan. Okay. This is a song that I plan to listen to at the gym. Right? Bro, when you can feel the music the way I can feel it, bro. I'm not impressive. Alright, damn. Let me shit. Let me find out. I'm so sorry. I have an idea. all this time I have been painstakingly dragging new copies of the same sound into the channel one by one. I'll show you. I will show you. I will fucking show you. Let's do Razzle Dazzle. I think it's my longest song. Look. Look. I literally did it one by one. Fuck's sake. One by one. The whole song. It never once occurred to me that I could just drag it to be longer. If I want 30 straight seconds of Synth Chainsaw M1, I could have just... We're going to listen to this part of the song. I feel really good about myself today. Rove? I'm not sure I know what that is. By the way, this song is called Razzle Dazzle. It is streamable on every service, including iHeartRadio. Bum 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 ba-dum, bum ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. The mod for FNF? Oh, okay. Honestly, okay. I would like to get in touch with somebody that makes mods for that game because I would love for my songs to be in FNF in some way. If they have to be redone to actually fit into the game, that's totally fine. I will redo these songs so that they can be in the game. I would love to be there. I don't know. Like Friday Night Funkin'. I'm a Newgrounds kid at heart. I used to play Diesel and Death and Bloody Rage and shit like that. Staggy the Boy Scout Slayer, Castle Crushers. Way back in the day, I used to watch Foamy the Squirrel. You know? And I still use it now for something I can't talk to you guys about on Twitch. You played Madness? Talk about the song Madness or like Madness Combat? What's another song I took me forever to make? I also like this one. Nice. I was playing Madness earlier. It was kicking my ass. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Whoops. Whoa. Whoa. How you doing? Agree the car service? Did I say that right? Needless to say, I'm in pain. I am in pain over the fact that I did not realize all this time. We'll copy and we'll paste that here. And what we'll do is we will reverse this clip. And it will have this start right here. Make a new channel and put that right there as well. Madness was like high school for me, or the summer before going into high school. I feel you. Take it easy, car service. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't offend you already. I don't know. I try not to butcher people's names when I see them. But I'm but a simple American. Actually, get the fuck out of here. Go up here. Let's see how this goes. No. But this is part of the process, you know? We screw around with things and we see how it goes. Let's move this out of the way. We'll cut all of these. See, I don't typically narrate my process, so this is interesting to me. Right, okay. Whoops. My thing is, I want it to flow. You know what I mean? Like, I can't just, like, I don't want it to sound choppy. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not sounding the way I want it to. Maybe if I'll try it this way. Okay, so I've determined that I do want a bit of a delay. I'm trying to see if I can get the smallest delay possible. Whoops. Boom! The precision of my hand. Never mind. Everything I just did was a waste of time. Okay. That sounds a lot better, actually. Because that comes in gradually. It does not just start like this one does. So we'll give that another listen. Okay, bet. What do we have in the dubstep starter kit, actually? What BPM is all this? This is, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I'm stupid. We invite your apprehensive listening. I put those two things together at the end of one song, and I thought it was just one sound bite. I haven't heard it separately since 2019. My voice is failing me for some reason. Let's give this a try. Never fear, summon Belmont's here, and the power of Christ is infused in my spear. Can I not? Thank you. Okay, that totally rocks with me. Let's stick this here, just see how it sounds. Why not? I can't decide if I like it or if it's just noise. I'm like legitimately torn. I do not plan to finish this entire song here on stream, by the way. I barely plan to finish this entire song, if I'm going to be totally honest. But I'm gonna take this and throw it way down here, so I don't have to worry about it. think I used that before. I used that for sure. All of these are the same. I don't know where to go from here. Well, I'm already stumped, so I think I will just come back to this later. In the meantime, are you guys on Twitch? Uh, yes. So I'm going to send you to my good buddy Betty. Be kind. And I'll see you guys later. Take it easy.